In this lesson, you'll learn how to connect the C major triad across the fretboard using the CAGED system. The 5 basic major chords C, A, G, E, and D cover the first 3 guitar frets and are called open chords because they include notes on the open strings. These shapes are movable, so you can play, for example, an F major chord using them. Our chorder has root C, marked as 1. To plot a C major chord in the 5 shapes, our hack is to create a letter pattern, consisting of the 5 string names, arranged in ascending order, repeated twice, to use as a reference. Our chart indicates that the identical roots, closest to the A string root, are found on the B and G strings. B, a second above A, places the root 2 frets below, on the B string, while G, a second below A, places it 2 frets higher, on the G string. To identify the chord tones, in a C major triad, which begins on the 3rd fret of the A string, use the 4th from 1, which is 4, to locate 3, 1 fret below. Use 6, adjacent to 3, to find 5, 2 frets below. A 4th from 5 is 1, 1 fret above on the B string, and a 4th from 1 leads to 3, 1 fret below on the top E string. The C major triad, also starting on the A string and moving to higher frets, has the root, followed by the 5th, instead of the 3rd. Here's the C major chord, in the C and A shapes, sharing the root on the A string. Next, we'll connect 2 adjacent shapes, sharing the root on the G string. The A, a second above G, places the root 2 frets below, on the A string, while E, a minor 3rd, below G, places it 3 frets higher, on both the E strings. Observe the path to the chord tones, in the C major triad, found in the G shape. Here's the C major chord, in the A and G shapes, sharing the root on the G string. When root C, on the E strings, is the common root, in 2 adjacent shapes, G, a minor 3rd above E, places the root 3 frets below, on the G string, while D, a major 2nd below E, places it 2 frets higher, on the D string. Here's a C major triad, in the E shape. The G and E shapes share the E string root. Let's connect 2 adjacent shapes, sharing the D string root. E, a second above D, places the root 2 frets below, on the E strings, while B, a minor 3rd below D, places it 3 frets higher, on the B string. Here's a C major triad, in the D shape. The E and D shapes share the D string root. When starting with the B string root, D, a minor 3rd above B, places the root 3 frets below, on the D string, while A, a major 2nd below B, places it 2 frets higher, on the A string. Here are the D and C shapes, sharing the B string root. We've just completed the 5 shapes of a C major triad on the first 13 frets. You can test our hack by connecting 2 shapes of an F major triad containing the notes F, A, and C. When the root F is at the 3rd fret of the D string, think of the 2 string letters above and below D, which are E and B. Since D to E is an ascending major 2nd, move down 2 frets to fret 1. Since D to B is a descending minor 3rd, go up 3 frets to the 6th fret of the B string. The resulting F major triad will be in the E and D shapes. When F At the 8th fret of the A string, is the common root in two shapes. B, an ascending second from A, places the root 2 frets below, on the 6th fret, of the B string. The descending second from A to G, places root F, 2 frets above, on the 10th fret, of the G string. The resulting shapes are C and A, sharing the common root on the A string. Make sure to check out our earlier lesson on how to visually identify root locations in caged shapes without memorization. A link is provided in the description below. Our chorder, which comes in different models, is the best practice tool to practice one chord in 5 shapes or different chords in one shape. If you found our lesson helpful, please consider liking and sharing our video. Our mobile training apps and books are excellent resources to deepen your understanding of the fretboard.